on mouse over that door. Actually, that might work now. Let's try it. I don't know. I don't do a whole lot of mouse stuff since I work more on phones and tap, right? So, but this is a great way for you and I to learn at the same time.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't do a lot of mouse cursor events. But let's get this going and see if this works for us.
There you go.
Right? Oh, you know what's going on? Is it's changing the wrong door.
We're on door 3?
Yeah.
Or is that door 1?
So, no, it's when the mouse is over door 1, door 3 is changing. Right?
Huh.
So
Yeah.
let's do this. So also, did you notice how it was fluctuating?
Yeah.
Okay. So on mouse over is a continuous event. So while it's over, you might as well call it like while, right?
Okay.
So if we just wanted to change when the mouse goes into that zone, we do it once. Now let's see where I made an assumption. Let's walk through my mistake. Let's go back up to here where we did this spacebar to change material colors. Notice that these nodes are here. I copied the one that said door 3.
Ah.
Right? That's the one I copied and brought down. And remember I said we had to be careful about the things that I copied and pasted and double check things? Well, so I made this door 1 and this is door 3. Now, one of the things...
Clearly shown in there, though. It's nice that this program lets you know. I mean, you can easily find where your mistakes are.
You can. And in fact, well, at least for now. Once this thing gets to be like
crazy,
15 nodes long or something, or 10 nodes long, then we'll have to change it. So I kind of have a rule about that, is I try not to write these node things longer than like 10 nodes or something like that, because that means I'm trying to attempt too much in one shot, right? So like I either need to break it up or, find a different event to kick off parts of it, or do things with variables. So this purple variable, the game object variable, right? I'm going to show you a neat feature of Unity3D now. And that's basically in this properties panel, it said there's see this exposed to Unity's checkbox, right? Okay. Notice I can't click it. All right, what I need to do is actually put a name in here, which is mouse enter door, something very descriptive for myself. All right, and then what happens is, let's say that this is see how the mouse enter showed up here on the screen. Okay, now if I copy and paste this variable, okay. Hold on. I have to, that happens sometimes. Unity still got some bugs. If I, say, use this variable, right, and attach it to this one. Let's get rid of door 3 for now, okay? And we're going to change the color when I tap the space bar of the same door that I decide to use for mousing over this door, right? Does that make sense?
So door 3 matches up with door 3?
Correct. But everywhere in this graph, right? So like this graph here is not connected to this graph.
Right.
Right? But when it does its thing, it's doing it to the same object that this one is, regardless of what I assign to it.
Okay, so maybe if you played it, I would understand it better. Maybe in the...
So let me stick, let's walk backwards a little bit. So logically, mouse door 3, this is the door that I want to change on a mouse cursor event. Let's make sure, let's guarantee that it's the same door that I defined here, right? So whatever door I go over here, forget that it's door 3 right now. Whatever door I define on this mouse cursor event, set this color, right? And make sure that that same door is assigned to that color. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. Now, we have to go back to door 3 before we have another bug and make sure that we add a box collider. Because remember, we only added it to door 1. And we might as well do that to door 2 as well. This is actually going to be kind of moot later, but let's make sure that our model of thought is working how we want it to work, right? Okay, now, one mouse over. Oh, hold on. Oh, wait. You know what I did? I hit play before going up here to hit save.
There you go. Didn't compile.
To compile my changes, right? So you notice how long this takes? Takes about 20 seconds every time, or 10 seconds to compile and go back. This is another reason why I'm showing you the variables. Okay, now we're back in. Nothing. Door 1, door 2. They don't. Oh, there we go. Every time the mouse enters this zone, it's going to change the color here.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to show you. I don't want to go too deep into variables, but variables is probably the most important understanding you can have in scripting. Right? So like how to manipulate like an abstract variable is the most important thing that you can wrap your head around. Because that's how we're going to get real-time interactions to sort of happen when we want them to happen, right? Does that make sense? I know it doesn't really make much sense now, but
It does, actually.
It's like...
I kind of am familiar how games work, you know, and how, like, applications work. So, I mean, I think this is just a nice back end looking at it, you know?
Yes, right.
The actual language.
So,
So how do we make the door open and we slide toward us or something like that? Can we make that happen?
Yeah, let's break that down. So, actually, let me finish this thing about variables, because there's one thing I want you to sort of get to. Let me show you why what I just said is important. So, on the uScript, on this variable, right, I'm going to click this checkbox, Exposed to Unity, right, and it's going to show up. Here, you'll notice this. Did you notice over here on this one, the name changed? So you can even see here that because I named it something, it became something, right? This happens all over your script. In fact, if you ever want to do, well, there's an organizational thing I'll show you later. Anyway, I'm going to hit Expose to Unity. We're going to compile, right? And then I'm going to show you why that's important. Okay, here we go. Let's look at the uScript. So when you compile your uScript and you attach it to a scene, it creates an object in here that has your uScript on it, right?
Right.
And what's important about this, one, you can double check that it's the right script. Two, you can expose variables here and say, okay, mouse enter door. What's that one going to be? Let's choose door 3, right? And then let's play it. And it didn't have to compile the whole thing, right? Like we just hit play. Hold on, did it not? Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Let's try this again. Oh, in the scene. Sorry, I picked the prefab. I'll show you the difference with that in a bit. So hit play. The uScript pops up, but that's just because I've got it in a separate window. And now it'll switch, right? Now it's running, right? You see the play button is pressed? I can actually go to the uScript now and say, well, what does this look like if I do door 2 instead? Right? Oh.
That's door 2 on the
yeah.
left, yeah.
They're out of order. Okay. Right? I can do this.
Totally.
So I can change it because it's a variable and because I've exposed it to Unity to interact how I want it to interact, and I can test that. And that's one of the really cool things about Unity. The only thing that it won't do now is it won't save my change here after I've hit play. So if I hit door 2 like this, right? See that if door 2, watch it. When I stop play mode, it goes back to door 3. It resets back to how you started.
So you're testing it in that scene, and then you got to change it back when you get back to the editor.
Yes. So if I make a bunch of changes, I write them down. There are add-ons that allow you to change and save, but I don't bother with it because generally I don't make too many changes there. I'll just write them down on a post-it, right? Yeah. And then, but you do have to be careful of that because you can kind of screw yourself pretty good. Okay, let's do one more thing with variables, right? And then mouse enter door. Let's change the name of this one to mouse. Let's call this.
You're right, getting coffee.
Yeah. Oh, hey! Fuck, I didn't know you guys showed up. Oh my god, you guys have been chatting like crazy. Wow. What? Yeah. Log in. Oh, that's why I wasn't showing my action. What is this shit? Shut up! Alright, hold on, I'm
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I was ignoring the chat channel. There's actually people in there.
Chat going on?
Yeah.
Advanced panties. Okay.
Yeah.
So Josh seems to be a developer himself. Is that right?
Yeah, he works with me, and is kind of part of the inspiration for me to start this, because he and I started talking about Unity while we were at work, and then I was like, well, I should actually start passing this information around a little bit, right, Josh? Anyway,
I will be better on the chat. I totally forgot about that part of it.
I totally did too, but let me see. Isn't there a way to pull this out so that it's on its own?
Do we know who Vance Panties is?
I do not.
Hey, Vance Panties. This is not a sponsored broadcast, but if you're looking to sponsor us, we'd be more than happy to take any sponsorship dollars.
Yeah, I think these are all people I work with, actually. So I don't know who Vance Panties is, but I think it's all... Oh, I can add you as a moderator, right?
Well, I can. It's just that I can't get on Twitch with the Skype video going. So I can put up Twitch on my phone, and I've got the chat going here, and I can answer back. Right. Oh, Vincent from Nexon.
Oh, it is Vincent. Yeah. Okay.
And he will not be sponsoring. Well, it's okay. Just come and watch and tell more people about the show.
Somebody else was in earlier, and then I think we lost him because I wasn't paying attention. But I think it was Sharon. Anyway, okay. Hey, you guys, were you pay with your Nexon allowance? I don't want NX. Okay, are you guys up to speed on this scripting stuff? I'm gonna move into the next step, which is where we're at.
We're run out. Yeah, we should do it.
Yep. Okay. Ready? So what I did is I changed the name of the variable from mouse enter door, and then I changed this other one to change door. Change color door. That's my